Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to do something super fun, something I used to be totally obsessed with, embossing. So let's do it. Okay, so to start, I'm just going to go through all the materials that you need to do this. You're going to need paper to emboss on, so you can have a practice paper, you can use cardstock. If you want to do some embossing on a card that you made, do that. You're also going to need a scrap piece of paper to shake off the excess powder on, okay? So have a scrap piece of paper handy. You're going to need embossing ink. So I have this kind that comes in a bottle that you can use on the stamps. But then I also have the ink pens where you can draw and write and then put the powder on that way. I'm going to show you how to use those. So you either or will work depending on what you're using it for. Then you're going to need the embossing powder. So I got this one from Simon Says Stamp. This is a rose gold one. I have a gold one, again from Simon Says Stamp. And then I have this white one from Michaels. They carry them at Michaels. And they have tons and tons of colors, not just these three, like every color you could imagine. So find some embossing powder, and the nice like little fine powder is the best. And then you are going to need a heat tool. I got mine from Simon Says Stamp like 3 or 4 years ago. They do carry them at Michaels. I think the same brand as this. Or you can get it off Amazon. They're like 20 bucks. Nothing special or specific, a heat tool, okay? And then if you want to do stamps, get yourself some rubber stamps, but I'm going to show you how to use both the stamps and pens. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to use are the stamps. So I have like a whole collection of stamps from when I was really obsessed with this. And they're great because if you want to make really, really quick cards or emboss some of your work, like in the corner, I don't know, they're great to have. So with this ink, all you're going to do is you're going to open it, and I forgot, this one has the lid that doesn't work. So you know what I'm going to do? Okay, usually there's a lid and you can just press it on there. It's like a little dabby lid. This is very old. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see if this is gonna work, guys. And I'm gonna rub it on my stamp. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't check my tools first. It's been so long. So we're gonna see if this works. This is not the way to do it. I'm showing you how to do this, but this is not the way. It will have a lid that you can just dab on your stamp. Okay, then you're going to take it and you want to see if it's on every part of the stamp that it's supposed to be on. And then you're going to press it down, hold it, make sure every part of that stamp is touching the paper, lift it up, and you should be able to see the outline of the stamp. Clearly I put too much there, but it's fine. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so let's use the gold. Let's hope this works. And you're just gonna shake it on. You can go overboard a bit because you're just gonna knock off the extra. Okay. Move it around and then shake off that extra powder. And I usually put it to the side and I will use it again before putting it back in the jar. Okay, so there you go. You have the powder all stuck to where you need it. Also, if you needed to, if there were some mistakes, you can take a dry paintbrush and knock off some of that powder. So I'm just going to try and create that wreath shape because I kind of messed it up over here with too much of the ink. Or if you have words that are connecting that you don't want to connect, just take a really small dry brush and just move them around. And then you take your heat tool and you can start heating it up and watch the magic happen. And there you go. It's actually that simple. I love watching that happen, and it's permanent. That's not coming off. So I've also done this on wood coasters, mugs, I don't know, a lot of different surfaces you can use it on. I check first just to make sure, but it's pretty cool. So now I'm gonna show you how to use the pens. These pens I got off Amazon, and these pens come with a brush pen and a bullet tip pen. So one you can use for brush lettering and calligraphy, and the other one you can just use for regular writing. I like both, so we're just gonna test them out. So the brush pen looks like this, and we're just gonna write hello. And the reason why I'm doing it on colored cardstock, like you can do this on regular white printer paper as well, but I wanted you to be able to see the ink. And when you're writing on white with these clear pens, because they are clear, it's a bit hard to see sometimes, so just keep that in mind. And then I will write it also with this bullet tip. Okay. All right, so let's do one with white, just for fun. Okay. And you don't want to leave it without the powder on for too long. You do want to do it fairly quickly so the ink doesn't dry up. But you do have a bit of time. So I'm just making sure I get it. I don't want to get it on the other hello because I'm going to use the other ink. Let's do it this way. Just making sure I'm shaking it on every bit, like that. I'm going to put it back in the jar. And then I'm going to use the rose gold for the other one. Like that. Okay. And I might just shake it right back into this jar. There we go. So if you have any little bits, like I said, left over, there's some powder over here. You don't want it to end up melting onto the page there. You can just clean it up with a dry brush. Sometimes you have to do that. I know when I did the mugs, I had to do that a lot. So just keep that in mind. You just want to clean it up before you heat it up. So now let's heat it up and see what it looks like. So there you go. There are two different ways to use embossing ink, the pens and the ink itself. And you can create tons and tons of stuff using this stuff. And I just love how like permanent it is, and it looks like shiny, you know, lettering that just doesn't come off, and it's great. For the last one, I am gonna do a quick thank you card. So I attempt to use this ink again. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how awful this looks. Okay, I'm just gonna, your ink that you buy new will not do this. It's just, I had it for a long time, and I'm just gonna wipe it on there. I mean, you could draw them with a pen probably too, but make sure to get it on every part there. See how this looks. And I used to actually make tons of greeting cards this way. I loved doing greeting cards. Okay, and so see, you can't really see the ink. So we're just gonna hope that it looks good and that it got all on everywhere. Like that, okay. And I'm just gonna shake it down. Like that. Perfect, well, kind of perfect. Good enough, that's what that is. And I see little bits that need to be brushed off, so I'm just gonna do that. like so. All right, and now let's heat it up. No, not yet. I'm just gonna fix some of these letters a bit. All right, now let's heat it up. Okay, so there are a few ways that you can use embossing powder for cards or whatever you like. I hope you guys learned something and I hope you guys had fun. Thank you all so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this video and follow me on Instagram and Facebook for even more. Have a great day, guys. Bye.